is set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Off the play fake, Nix. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Gain of 25 yards. First down, Broncos.
They'll go play action with Nix. Out to his left. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down. Working out of the gun is Nix. That'll be complete to Harvey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw, here's Nix. Eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Touchdown, Denver.
Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Bengals nothing. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And Chase will go in motion left. They go play action with Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Burrow. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one going to come up short. No throw.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Chase, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Denver.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Broncos first down.
Throwing Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Nix to the air. They'll roll him out right. And he is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now it's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this run was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go.
In motion comes the tight end left. Now it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Brown. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
No gain on the play. Brings up fourth and goal.
11.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Flush to his right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Bengals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. He'll swing this out to Harvey. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
A gain of 6 yards.
They'll try it now with Harvey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. .23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Denver.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he knocks the ball away that falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Burrow will throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15.
First and 10 at their own 15.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Throwing to start the drive. Nix forced out to his left. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go.
This is Brown going up the middle. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 59 yards. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
The Broncos will
They'll try and throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
Broncos 15. Will Lutz to kick off.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10.
They go play action with Burrow. Sliding out of the pocket. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 69 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short.
A 10-yard gain, but it's fourth down.
11 MT, hey! 11 MT, stop!
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. To throw, here's Nix. They'll roll him out right. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Nix. A short throw to Ingram.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the footballs. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll buy some time right.
A good decision in the end. The pull-up run gets him 9 yards in the first.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's going through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first. Harvey now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, Harvey.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the play. First down, Denver.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's good for 28 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
Courtland Sutton from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Will Lutz to kick off for the
Lutz
Broncos.
now to kick this one away.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Brings up second.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here's Burrow. Catch on the left side, Yosibash. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here we go.
Now Burrow.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. Now Burrow changing things up here.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Gun. Cut.
Burrow.
And it's is incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come up with his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy. Unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
He completes this to Sutton. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to swell the lead to 6. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Burrow.
And his throw is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
19 yards. That's good for our Bengals. First down.
Throwing, Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Bengals 19. Will
Lutz now to kick this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals take over first and
This is 1st and 10.
at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go with Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And that's complete to Brown. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
A final shot now for Burrow. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second